Title: The Silent Struggle, Unsupported Youths and the Road Ahead. Emotional montage of diverse young people in everyday life. Some disengaged, some trying hard, some clearly struggling. Not every young person's story is one of success. For every celebrated entrepreneur, scholar, or artist, there are countless others lost in the shadows, labeled unsuccessful. But what does that even mean? Today, we'll dive deep into the silent struggles of youth, uncovering why so many feel left behind, and how we can change the story. Because behind every statistic is a human being, a dream, a fight, and a future still worth believing in. The pressure to succeed. Most young people has faced clips of academic pressure, social media comparisons, and rigid parental expectations. From an early age, we're told who we need to be. Get good grades. Go to college. Get a stable job. Then you'll be successful. Simple, right? Except it's not. The pressure to succeed, to live up to a rigid, narrow ideal, can be suffocating. For many youths, the fear of falling short becomes overwhelming. And when they do stumble, society often labels them as lazy, entitled, or lost. But rarely do we stop to ask, what support did they have? What battles were they fighting behind closed doors? Sometimes, the weight of expectations is the very thing that breaks them. The root causes. Every situation has a root cause, like youth facing poverty, poor education, mental health struggles, and lack of mentorship. Behind every so-called unsuccessful youth is a deeper story. Some grew up in poverty, where survival took priority over schoolwork. Some battled mental health challenges with no outlet, no support, and no understanding. Others faced broken homes, bullying, discrimination, or environments that offered no path forward. We must stop mistaking lack of success for lack of effort. Many of these young people were set up to struggle by systems that failed them. Underfunded schools, overworked parents, silent depression, hidden trauma. These are not excuses, they are realities. And if we want to see change, we must start by facing those realities head-on. Redefining success. Youth in alternative careers, community work, artists, freelancers, finding meaning beyond conventional definitions. Success is not one size fits all. For some, it's a diploma. For others, it's starting a business, raising a child, writing a song, or simply getting through the day with their dignity intact. We must broaden our definition of success. Because when we only celebrate the top 1%, we alienate the rest. Imagine a world where we value empathy as much as achievement, effort as much as excellence, progress as much as perfection. That world begins when we stop asking, "What did you become?" and start asking, "How did you grow?" The role of society. Politicians speaking, schools in session, community programs in action, youth counselors. Youth do not fail in isolation. They fail in a system that often ignores their needs. We need schools that teach life, not just exams. We need communities that listen, not judge. We need leaders who invest in young minds, not just short-term numbers. Every adult, every teacher, every employer, every policymaker has a role to play. Because behind every struggling youth is a society that can choose to do better. Call to action: positive images of youth being supported, smiling, working together, creative projects, etc. Unsuccessful youth? Or unsupported youth? We must change the narrative. Be the mentor who sees potential. Be the voice that says, "You matter." Be the hand that reaches back and lifts someone up. Because success isn't just about getting ahead, it's about bringing others with you. To every young person who feels like they've failed, you haven't. You're still here. And that means your story isn't over.